In this video, I'm going to show how to create a quiz in Moodle, and I'm going to highlight specifically those functions which help to mitigate academic dishonesty. So here I'm already in the edit mode of Moodle, and I'm going to click on Add an Activity or Resource, and I'll scroll down to view the options and click this one to add a quiz. Then we come to this page, and I'm simply going to call it Week 1 Quiz. In the interest of encouraging academic honesty and punctuality, I'm going to set a start and an end time to the quiz because I want it to coincide with the first 10 minutes of my tutorial group session. So I'm going to assume that the quiz will take place on June 19th at 9 o'clock. So it's going to start at exactly 9 o'clock, and it'll end at 10 minutes after the hour on the same date. Next, I'm going to choose the grading method first attempt. So the first time they take the quiz, that is the grade that will count. For pagination, I want all of the questions to appear on one page. So I want to shuffle within questions so that the options on a multi-choice question will be randomized in their order, so that if a dishonest student wants to copy the choice of his neighbor, that will be more difficult. Now here is where I control what appears when they press submit. So if you want the students to immediately see feedback and there's not much danger of people copying data from their neighbors' screens, you would check all of these. If you want to be cautious, you would leave only this column checked after the quiz is closed. But I'm happy that my students can't easily see each other's screens, so I'm going to leave this column checked. And here, I do want to set a password. So only those students attending the tutorial group in person should be able to take the quiz. So I'm going to require a password, which I will write on the whiteboard for those students attending the quiz in person, and I'll call it Helper 1920. So I'm going to click Save and Display, and it warns me that I haven't added any questions yet. So here I'm going to click Edit Quiz, and over the years I have found that students have occasionally tried to cheat. And I happen to remember that this is a question I've created already and that it contains the word confirm. So I search for that. I do edit, find, search for the word confirm. And this is a question I add every week, so I don't need to edit it every time. I click this checkbox here. I confirm that and click Add to Quiz. And now, if I hover my mouse over the magnifying glass, which means preview question, and when the preview box opens, here is the wording of the question, which is, I confirm that I am taking the quiz in the presence of the other students in my section, that I've received the password directly from the faculty member teaching the course, or B, I am not attending the quiz in person, I've received the password from someone else. Okay, so I'm going to close the preview box. And now I want to give an example of an ordinary question that is shuffled, an ordinary multiple choice question. So here I'm going to create an ordinary multiple choice question. Click Add Question. I'm going to click the option for multiple choice. And here I type in question name, and this is only seen by the teacher, the person who has teacher access to Moodle. So I could embed the answer here if I want to remind myself a few months into the future what this question is about. So I'll call it Mauro question on corruption effect. The text of the question I have already in a text file, so I'll copy and paste this text into the question text. So option 1 he believes that corruption can be beneficial where speed money operates as a sort of piece rate. B, the topic was not mentioned. C, he believes corruption can be beneficial where the bureaucracy is slow. And 4, he believes that corruption is never beneficial. And I have to, at this point, to give one of the questions a grade, or it won't allow me to save the answer. So I want to use this general feedback area to display a quotation from the text explaining why the correct answer is the correct answer, and I want it to be displayed just as the student presses the submit button, so they can immediately start to memorize a useful part of the text. And I've copied that in. It says, this question relates to the following text from the assigned reading, and let me bold and italicize that. And I'm going to click Save Changes, and it will be added to my quiz. And I now want to insert 2 more questions to make a skeleton quiz. I have a question about the satisfaction with the course. So this is asking them whether they're satisfied with the course on a 5-point scale. And for this question, I don't want randomization, so I'm going to click the pencil symbol there, and I want to unclick the option, or make sure the option is unclicked, which shuffles the choices. So this is already unclicked, because the last time I used this question it was unchecked. So the 5 options from strongly dislike to strongly like will be preserved in a non-random order. That's a logical order. So I'll click Save Changes to add this 3rd question to the quiz. And my final one is I want to have a text box which allows them to write anything in that is a suggestion for improving the course. And now I have my 4 questions of my skeleton quiz there, and I have a complete quiz, and I'm going to preview the quiz to see what it looks like. So I go to the bottom here, I press preview, it prompts me for the password, helper1920, and now it will preview the quiz, and I'm going to select I am taking the quiz in the presence of the other students, so that's correct. I'm actually bothering to give them a grade for this, so they get a grade for attendance. I'm going to select the topic was not mentioned, which is incorrect, and I'll select strongly like for the satisfaction question, and I'll type in no response for the free text box there. Press next to finish my attempt. Press submit all and finish. Submit all and finish a 2nd time. And now, because I have 1 incorrect answer, I only get a score of 66.67, which is what I'm expecting. And it tells me that this was the incorrect answer, and if they want to know what the correct answer is, they have to read the feedback box, which gives a quotation from the author. So there we have it. That's how to create the outline of a quiz in Moodle.